No, I wasn't driving. No, I wasn't driving.
No, but so far for Carvey and for Oheb, it's been the Bruno that's, been the most successful, or maybe not for Carvey, but most used hero for both these players. Maybe because Carvey's seen this win rate as well, he's like, you know what, maybe we'll just try to utilize this Ixia. We were able to beat the Bruno with this just yesterday against See You Soon, so why not try again? If Blacklist loved the Bruno so much, Oheb heck got 2 MVPs back-to-back on the Bruno. Let's try to counter him.
So what do we think about Daewoo maybe picking up the Tigreal or picking up something a bit more aggressive for their roam here, LaFell?
Actually, just looking at the Bruno here, I know you asked a question, but I call it Sunset Lover a goalkeeper. Looks like Oheb the better striker, man.
Yeah, the way better striker. He's been getting those goals in so easily. Tigreal banned out, so 2 setters taken out from Daewoo's fault. They don't want to give the combo away, but the Tigreal, or the Terizla rather, will still be picked up. Kid Baba loves this hero.
When I give the word.
Are they going to just last pick the Hoot Hoot here, LaFell?
Ooh.
The Khalid, very fast pick here. I love the confidence, and it goes with the team's playstyle where the Khalid can move around the map very, very fast, and he can do very well alone in the lane.
And we've seen that for Edward, the way he plays the Khalid when he has a Rafaela on the team is full damage. He's an assassin, not a fighter. He relies on the Rafaela to keep him tanky, sustainable, and the quicksand guard.
And again, it's another fast-moving EXP laner, something that Edward just thrives on. Every single time he's on this, he's able to move around. I don't have to explain myself again. Now, Oheb, does he just pick up the Bruno?
Ooh, signature pick.
Signature pick, and here's the thing, just want to add on for Edward. I feel like whenever they're training, the coach told him, Edward, you have to take care of the lanes.
All of
it.
The
coach didn't specify which lane. He just assumed all of it.
Yes.
Right?
Which lanes? Yes.
Yes.
That's exactly what he does, honestly. We saw yesterday Blacklist come in, and Edward would even try to, they would send 3 or 4, literally first lane into the mid side just to get some advantage. And so you just never know where Edward is coming from. And with the heal, with Renegade as well, giving them all even more of a speed boost around the map, it's definitely a deadly composition.
Okay, and last pick here. Is it the Hood Hood? Is it an Estes?
Ooh, that would be very interesting to go for. They go for the Kaja. Ooh, okay, so literally just a cover comp, right? They want to play for the Lilia and Ixia. That's it. It's very honest.
Definitely very honest. Able to get some pick pressure too. Might be a little bit easier to catch Renegade off here. That's going to definitely be a target for them, but Sawo is going to have to choose, as the game moves on. Does he go for the gold laner? Does he go for Renegade? What is his choice here?
Early game don't matter, man. I kind of feel like their idea is to separate Blacklist because they've been clubbing up way too much. So in the early game, don't care. Just pick anyone and finish them off.
And they've been winning in the clubbed up team fight, so maybe that might be it. Isolating them in the early game and then clumping up in the late game with the Ixia, punished with a full barrage.
All right. Blacklist International, agents all around. It's match point as Deuce Bolt looks for another reverse sweep. Is it something that can be done?
Well, they got to do it here. They changed their strategy in terms of the draft, as well as having the roamer, the Kaja as the roamer. They got to be aggressive. But at this point, they got to make sure the calls are solid. The calls are good. Whoever they catch, the damage has to be there. If the damage dealers aren't ready, it's going to be a Blacklist game.
All right, so with what you said, they have to be aggressive. Do they just immediately start pushing in? And it looks like that's what they're already doing. Sawo already on Blacklist side of the river, and that is a good sight. They have the Lilia. They have that ability to kind of get into the face of Blacklist here. And as long as they can keep doing that, they can possibly control the pace. But here comes the emblems, LaFell.
Wow. The firmness coming in from Sensui is going to make it a little bit tougher for him to get bursted down. But 2 ruptures for the side of Blacklist, so they're ready to fight in the early game.
And the Master Assassin still as the choice for Carvey. That's an interesting one, man. On the Ixia, you would expect him to maybe go for just more damage or tenacity.
Yeah. I kind of feel like he hasn't really won the lane so far. So yeah, it is a very risky choice here. Looking at the items for now, looking like the Lilia does want to deal a bit more damage, and Renegade gets attacked.
Very low. Yue body blocking. And Renegade gets out, recalls back to safety.
So this is pretty normal for Deus Volt, though. Even the past 2 games before this, they've been aggressive. They maybe even find a pickoff here and there. But Blacklist International always has that rubber band back. They always have that bounce back moment. The question is just when it will come.
All right. Magister actually takes that away from Sensui. No retribution committed just yet because it's 7 seconds till the turtle spawns. And Magister is going to be first onto it now. So already a difference from game 1 and 2. Deus Volt are first on the neutral objective with more prio.
Oh, Kid Bomba getting attacked. Terrified.
A lot of damage, but it's going to be turned back. Oh, first blood by Kid Bomba. Even with US stolen penalty zone, wasn't able to save Edward.
Very well done by Deus Volt. Slowing down Edward is going to be huge in this laning phase.
Retry battle 50-50. It's going to be Sensui who wins it. 1-for-1 Sawa with a flicker Divine Judgment locking Yue down. Now onto Sunset Lover by Yue. Will he be able to escape right now? A lot of damage placed onto it, and the answer will be no. He'll be taken out.
But that's what they have to do. It doesn't matter what happens in the game. You try to get a trade on the turtle. You did not succeed. Get any kills, even the front lines, because at this point of the game, no one has completed items just yet.
Penalty zone onto Edward. This might be a solo kill. Edward 1 HP, very low. Kid Bomba looking for the dive. One more hit should do it. A hit and a flicker, a regen to respond it over, and Edward gets out, saving his flicker.
We've seen that play from Bomba before, and I think in game 1 he paid for it. At least this time, he's like, no, I'm not going to risk it. We got to play smart. It's match point. I really want it, but I'm going to back off. And I think that is a good play by Bomba, because Edward, if he had the Sandguard in time, if anything was to happen, Bomba would have been down.
Honestly, the concussive blast on Edward makes it so that even if he's very, very low, he's able to clear the lane very, very fast. So even if something goes wrong, it still goes right.
It's an assassin emblem. It's everything with the killing spree, with the damage as well, rupture, but it's concussive blast that helps him clear the wave. And Magister looking for a pick, goes on to Yue. Shield unity used up. Anything interesting in the in-game equipment here?
Honestly, the interesting part is the difference in terms of the gold. 2.5k gold for Kid Bomba, 1.9 for Edward. Edward, again, looking like he does want to go for the more aggressive build here.
Yeah, but Oheb is getting a slight lead over onto Carvey. Something I want to point out is, yes, Daewoo is winning out in some of these fights right now, but the Magister Sensui rivalry here, Sensui's been coming out on these retributions a lot, even when it's 50-50. And we all know in the end, a lot of these games comes down to who can pull off the Lord. So Magister definitely going to need to step up his game here.
Yeah, looks like Sao had an opportunity just now, but apparently just with Sunset Lover, they don't want to take the risk, especially because Yue having that Divine Judgment as well. Perhaps he was worried that he might get caught himself.
I think for both of them, they were trying to bait out each other's Divine Judgment, right? You do it first. No, you do it. But both of them stayed patient, and now it's going to be Deus Volt who have this Sawa flicker Divine Judgment. There you go. He does it first, finds Yue. Penalty zone onto Renegade, who's forced to flicker meanwhile in the bottom lane, or up top actually. A little bit of a gank from the gold laner, rotating, and a bit of a curveball as well. Sensui spotted out in the bottom side Tribush. Walks out, tries to escape, but the Glooms locks him down real good. Sensui finds an angle again with the help of the Holy Healing. Sensui doesn't get it. It's Magister 1 level down, but it's no problem for him.
All right, a good play by Deus Volt, but they do lose Carvey, and Oheb is just having a free lane right now, and that is definitely not what you want when this mid-game comes around.
Speaking of mid-game, now we're transitioning into the mid-game. Deus Volt, they have to understand how they want to control the map at this point, because when you have a Kaja, controlling those bushes is going to be very productive for your own team. The moment you lose those bushes, the Kaja isn't going to be as effective.
Wow. Bomba just out-trading Edward straight up.
Yeah, he's definitely hit the spike. Edward a little bit behind, but look!
Full barrage committed as well. Sensui goes for the taunt, dashes out to safety. One more hit should do it. And it's a big shield unity slam to the ground to take Sensui out. Meanwhile, bottom lane still a 1v1 ensuing. Kid Bomba versus Edward.
Right now, the kill going to Deus Volt, amazing. But they got to transfer the lead over to the objectives. They got to take down the structures here.
Raging Sandstorm to lock him down. The Filipino sniper on point. Jumps into the Nibiru. Nibiru's passion used up, but Kid Bomba's a bit too tanky now. A 4-man dive in the bottom side of the map. Kid Bomba looking to clear out the waves. The penalty zone onto Yue. The damage not going to be enough right now. He out. Yue does the same, and it's all a distraction to get Oheb the turret
Deus Bolt almost got there in the nick of time. Luckily, Kid Bomba is able to just kind of play that very smoothly. They lose the tower, but if only the rest of Davu's teammates came in a little bit faster.
Yeah, but right now, looking at the items as well, looking at Sawo, he's building a little bit tanky first. He's not really bothered to build the fleeting time. So I kind of feel like this is a better approach, a safer approach to this fight. Looking at the items as well. Oh, goes in.
Full barrage, a beautiful divine judgment from Sawo. But no more CC, quick sand guard by Edward. He might be able to survive this one. Flickers out to safety. Agent Zero gets out.
Taking a kneel and flickering away in clean fashion.
Apparently the corrosion scythe isn't enough yet for Carvey. He might need 2. Heck, he might need 3.
He might. And now Sensui, he's doing a good job at actually just zoning Magister away. 1-to-1 in turtles. The third turtle of the game spawning now. And Blacklist are first onto it. Edward, even though he was poked down, now jumps in, penalty zone, locks onto 2, but Yue does the same thing. Edward gonna be chunked down and taken out, executed. Kid Bomba taken low. Sensui finds the turtle. As Sunset Lover pops the glooms down. A good taunt from Sensui. The Filipino sniper not able to find his mark.
So Deus Volt does come out taking a kill almost each time they have an engagement, but still Blacklist International secures the third and final turtle of Game 3.
Personal opinion, I kind of feel like that's more worth it for Blacklist International because Deus Volt, the only way that they can neutralize the lead is if they got 1 more kill. And if most of the members have an assist. If they got 3, it would have been Deus Volt victory there.
Part 2, Raging Sandstorm this time, just used up, gets out, and Deus Volt, they're not able to really look for these proactive maneuvers.
Right now looking at the items as well for the gold laners, both gold laners have 2 items, but I would say the impact is bigger for OHEB because it's a bigger power spike for the Beatrix.
All right, Blacklist now trying to fight back. Deus Volt have kind of held up the aggression in these fights, so we gotta watch because this is about the time that Blacklist normally hits that rubber band. Right around 8 to 9 minutes is when Blacklist finds that spike. They find that moment. They find that groove when all 5 of them can group together and try to push in.
Penalty zone. Oh, out to 3 full barrage. Just a full barrage, not in range though. Kid Bomba with the one isolated, and now the Raging Sandstorm from Edward connects Yue. Flickers out to the Holy Healing. A perfect skirmish for Blacklist International. Deus Volt down 2 members.
That's not what you want to see as a Deus Volt fan. The idea was there, but the spacing wasn't, and now they're gonna get cornered.
Edward jumping in with a hammer.
Oh!
Box him down, the Appraiser's Wrath used up. Sunset Lover pops into black shoes. Magister now caught underneath between the 2 turrets in the mid lane. But Blacklist International, they'll take that win and they'll step away.
You know, when that first fight went down, Deus Volt started it. I thought for sure Carvey might have used the flicker. Wait, Sawo.
We're gonna Divine Judgment, locking OHEB down. A penalty zone as well. OHEB still doing a lot of damage, but it's not gonna be enough. It's Yue. Pops in the penalty zone. A DPZ for himself. Deus Volt kiting back. Holy baptism from Renegade. The Hitman turned to heel man. Turns it around again. Deus Volt forced to run back to their turrets.
Once again, Deus Volt looks for the play, but Blacklist counters time and time again. Deus Volt just can't get a full win here.
You said it right, man. Blacklist, they keep doing it. Whenever they're running away, they're not really running away. It's a setup. They're getting ready for a bite back. And the thing is, Deus Volt just keep going for it. Like, Sensui was a superstar just now. Taunting 2, making it easy for the Hitman to get the Holy Baptism, that was amazing.
They're 2 to 3 steps ahead every single time. Deus Volt are going in with these honest initiations, and Blacklist have so much up their sleeve.
Now, with the items finally, coming into this mid-late, what are we looking at, LaFell?
It's scary. 8.4k on the Beatrix. The Beatrix has 3 items completed. The Ixia only has 2. And Renegade now having the Enchanted Talisman as well. They can do this Lord Dance all day. They got the mana regeneration. They got the cooldowns.
Yeah, and this has been the story for the past few games. OHEB has just had a free lane, and as long as OHEB gets a free lane, it is a problem, especially on something like this, a super comfort pick for him. Conceal play, though.
Not going to find anything. Blacklist International read that out with Edward earlier. And now Deus Volt, they take control more. Better space, I would say, around this Lord Pit, but Blacklist just are holding on to it. Sensui's holding on to the Lord. He's not going to be giving it over to Deus Volt as the bottom side of the map will be cleared out. Deus Volt holding it down still, and Sensui is denying this reset from Deus Volt. Kibama taught it up. Holy Baptist connecting as well. Raging Sandstorm to the back. Saulo going to be gone away with a penalty zone and with some damage. Oh! Carvey turns it around. Sensui finds the Lord. Magister running for dear life. And Blacklist International, they lose 2, but they find a big, big objective.
I would say I see what Deus Volt was trying to do. They tried to split the map up, having 2 different squads. You're going to go for the Lord. We're going to going for the kills. We're going to look at the instant replay here. Looking at the positioning coming in from Deus Volt. 2-man Magister as well as Kid Bomba there on the side. Sawa was there, was able to basically protect Carvey in the backside, making sure that they deal the damage. But when it comes to kills and deaths, it's 2 for 2. But Blacklist, having the Lord, especially with their goal lead, it is still Blacklist favored.
Yeah, but there again, if Magister could have just got the 50-50 there, we would be telling a different story. It'd be 2 for 2 in the hands of Deus Volt with the Lord, though. And this is becoming the problem.
Samo's opening up Divine Judgment with a full barrage. Also, Sensui just tanks it up. That's the damage coming out from Oheb. A 4-man penalty zone, but Oheb is able to flicker. Outraging Sandstorm coming down. Connecting on a Magister. The crowd goes wild. Deus Volt getting the health bars of Blacklist really low, but unable to execute anyone. Meanwhile, bottom lane, that's a base turret taken down.
What do they do here? Carvey, even when he's getting a full barrage, he's not...
Oh! 3 shots back to back to back. They're feeling it. Sunset number 4 to use the Purify. The Black Shoes. You are chasing it down. What a Blazers wrath! And the 4th shot in a row for the Filipino sniper.
Blacklist International are ramping up the pace. They're trying to end this soon.
Dude, the damage from Blacklist is unreal. What can Deus Volt do?
Holy Baptist and Raging Sandstorm. Everything in the kitchen sink to send the home ground favorites to the lower bracket finals. Blacklist International have swept Deus Volt.
That one felt like a UFC fight night. The punch connected. Deus Volt got dizzy, and Blacklist International went in for the kill. Another couple jabs, and Deus Volt fall.